Okay, so you want to create your first high ticket offer and you want to know how to structure it out from start to finish. You might be thinking, DeAndre, how do I structure my offer so people are willing to spend $5,000 to $10,000 and pay me for my service? I only know how to do Etsy or Amazon or fitness. How do I actually structure that out? Well, in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. At the end of this video, you're gonna have a perfect offer that you can begin to sell between $5,000 to $10,000 consistently and getting people into your high ticket program. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna talk about is this. Understanding that why are people paying for your program? And we're gonna break it down to three parts here, okay? The first one is this, compressing time frames. A lot of people, I've noticed this in patterns with past clients that I've been working with, is that they are equating that can people really get a result from their program? So it really comes down to a limiting belief, right? For example, we'll go back to one of my friends. She has an Etsy program, right? And she did over $4 million selling on Etsy. And when we came to building out her high ticket program, she had limiting beliefs about if people were willing to spend $300 to $1,000. That's what she was originally pricing it at. And I said, no, we can't do that. You have such a valuable skill that people are willing to pay for because you can compress time frames for them. So when I said, hey, let's sell your program for $5,000 to $10,000, preferably around $7,000. It's like she got so nervous because she was asking that question, do people really want to buy and are they going to buy from me? And will somebody spend $7,000, right? So it comes down to this, compressing time frames. Think about this. How long did it take you to learn the skill that you learn now? I don't care what it is that you're expert at. It could be some type of coaching offer or expertise, e-commerce. It's so many different things that you could be an expert at. But what happens is you probably have spent quite a bit of time, it could be months, if not years, learning your skill set. And so what people are going to pay you for, which is the most valuable asset, is saving them time. So by giving them a step-by-step system, you're going to be able to cut off a lot of the fat that people are going to have to use to go on, for example, watching YouTube videos. I remember when I had to learn how to use my software, I spent hours and hours watching YouTube videos on how to do basic things like how to build funnels and how to build email sequences. But great thing I had courses because those people that created those courses compressed time frames. And because of that, people will pay you money for that. The second thing that you want to do is a specific result. So when you're building out this high ticket offer, make sure that you're going for a specific result. One of the hardest things that I had to sell back in the day was mindset. So if I was not able to tie mindset to a specific result, for example, use this mindset program and it's gonna help you 10x your business. Turn your annual income into your monthly income by reprogramming your subconscious mind. Because I was able to tie in a mindset, which can be so vague. What does mindset mean? Feeling better about yourself, higher self-esteem. Now, those are all valuable, but without being tied to a specific result on the back end, it's gonna be very difficult for you to sell a high ticket offer. So make sure that you have a specific result that you're offering. It can be, I'm gonna teach you how to grow the YouTube automation business and get your first 10,000 subscribers or get to $5,000 a month. I'm going to help you reprogram your mind and you're going to, have more dates, whatever it is, but make sure you have a specific result that people really want. When we get into step number 3, we'll talk about really solving a problem, right? And now the next part here is monetary income. Now for all experts, I would say about 50 to 80% of them do have a monetary outcome. For example, that's what I do. If you learn with High Ticket Hero, if you learn how to go build a high ticket program, at the end of this, you're gonna make 6 to 7 figures, right? So there's a specific result, or it can be Etsy or Amazon or whatever it is that you're offering. Those are way easier to sell for a high ticket result because it comes back to this. Compressing time frames. So for example, I was talking with my dad and he's a DJ. He's been DJing for like 20 years, 25 years, for example, and he's made a lot of money doing it, right? So I was telling my dad that, hey, here's what you could do for an offer. What you'll do is, instead of just selling the art of DJing, teaching people how to mix and stuff like that, what you do is you sell a business opportunity. Right? That's one of the biggest things that you can do when selling high ticket is a business opportunity. Now you might be thinking, well, how do I do that? What you'll do is don't see your offer as just the thing that you're teaching, right? Just the content. See as an overarching, what is it that you're offering on top of the business? So for example, when we come back to this DJing, it's like this. You teach people how to do DJing, But then you teach them how to get clients. You teach them how the websites. You give them the templates. You give them the phone scripts. You teach them how to build a website for DJing to attract leads, right? You're giving them all these different things. So for example, you take somebody that has no idea how to DJ to the point where they're consistently earning $5,000 to $10,000 a month in DJing, earning say 6 figures, 100 grand a year. Would that be worth $5,000 to that person? Well, the answer would be yes, right? Because of the way you tied it in. If you have a way to tie it into financial gains or a monetary outcome, it's even better. And in our community, we'll talk about, like, you could be in fitness and stuff like this. We can, break it down and do a little bit more. But if you can use any of those 3 right there, you'll be able to get onto the next level. So let's talk about step number 2. How to build out a high ticket offer is mastermind versus a course content. So I talk about this a lot in High Ticket Hero, that we are not selling courses here. Courses are yes, they are great, but they are outdated. What's the new model is mastermind, right? So what's the difference between a mastermind and a course? A course is static. It's people watching videos. For example, this video that you're watching on YouTube is technically static. You're watching it, you're gaining information, and it's a one-sided relationship. So most courses that people are selling for, say, $6,000, $7,000, in the high ticket space, they're just selling content. It's a one-time fee where people purchase it, and they might have like a Facebook group or a type of group like that, which is great, but it's not really focused around community. Now let's move over to what a mastermind is. A mastermind is selling a group community that's all has the same values and principles that are moving in the same direction. So really what you're selling when you're selling a high ticket mastermind is you're selling the connections and group of people that are all in the same goal, which is way more valuable than just a static course. A mastermind is dynamic. It's something where people are coming back each and every single week, that they're applying the things that they're learning. They're applying the things that they're learning and problem solving, and the things that are winning and failing, and they're coming back to the group, a committed group that's all in the same direction, that has the same values, and they're moving in a direction so the family feels like they're actually getting a lot more than rather just static results. Now, you might be confused. Is there any course content inside the mastermind? Yes, but I want you to see it like this. A train and the train rails, okay? So think of like the content as the train rails. You have the rails that are moving the direction of the train cars, right? But then you have the actual train body itself, right? The little car. That's where the people is. That's where everybody's at. That's where the luxury is. And that's how you want to see a mastermind. The course is the underlying rails that's moving the group in the same direction, but where the people's at, that's the mastermind. That's where all the value is coming from. So the second thing that you're going to want to do when structuring out your high ticket offer is putting it as a high ticket mastermind more than just a high ticket course. Now, step number 3 is the basics, all right? So I didn't want to start off with the basics, but it's so important. The basics of things like this. Niche. What is the group of people that you're working with? It's really important that when you're offering a high ticket program or mastermind, that you're working with a specific people. So for example, I'm creating this content right now to attract a certain kind of people. If I can serve them at a high level, even with just my free content, my goal is to give away as much free content as possible, then I'll help them give a specific result, and I'll attract my community. But even more specifically is I only want to work with people that already have an expertise and have a little bit of money for an ad budget, because we'll be talking about YouTube ads. So you want to work with a specific group of people, because just saying that you have a fitness program, for example, is not good enough. But if you say I'm a fitness program where I help women grow their booties, that is a lot easier to sell because of how specific it is, because you have weight loss, you have muscle gain. There's so many different areas within fitness that the more specific you are, the more people and the higher likely you are that when you have your messaging, people will raise their hand because you're more specific. All right, so that's a niche. The next thing is, what is the goals that this niche has? What are the things that are moving towards? For example, the people that want to build high ticket programs, the things that their goals are is they want time freedom, they want financial freedom, they want location freedom, they want to impact more people, they want to be an influencer in their space because of the things that they're doing, right? Those are some of the goals of the people that I attract into my community. So you have to write down and get specific. What are the goals that your people are moving towards in your niche? The next thing is problems. This is so key when it comes to sales. A lot of people, what they're trying to do is they're trying to focus on the marketing, but it's not about marketing. It's about having a good product. And the only way to have a good product is to fully understand the problems of the niche that you decided to choose. What are the problems that they're having? I remember when I started this High-Ticket Hero, I wrote down a list of all the problems that people were having. Things like lead gen inconsistencies, funnels, how do you price a high-ticket program? There were so many different things that people were struggling with that I wrote down, literally a whole sheet of paper just like this. And I said, okay, if I can create a product that solves all of these problems, condenses timeframes, and helps them get a specific result, they are more likely to purchase from me so I can help them get to that result, right? Because I start to understand my customers at a deeper level, sometimes more than what they do. So you have to get down with that and understand what are the problems that your niche is having. The next one that a lot of people skip on is principles and values. And this ties back into that mastermind, right? A group of people coming together and you're helping them get a specific result. What are the values and principles that your group has? And this is so key so that you attract the right people and that you detract the people that you don't want. Now, it's really important when you're building your group, you detract the people that you don't want and the ones that you do want. For example, the people that are in my group, they value personal development. They value things like family and integrity and character. These are some of the things, and they value wealth. They want to get rich. We talk about money. We talk about being rich. We talk about business development. We talk about personal development, right? These are some of the values that I personally have for myself, but because I speak those into the world and I know who I'm talking to, I begin to attract the people that also have similar values and principles, and we're able to come together in community. And the final one here, part of basics, is unique angle. What's a unique angle that you can offer to your community so that you can stand out from the crowd? So when I was thinking about this, I was thinking two things. First one is we're going to be focusing on YouTube ads, right? Teaching people how to create high ticket programs and scaling by a couple things. One, having masterminds instead of courses, using YouTube ads. And thirdly, I have an all-in-one software for my coaches. So when they, sign up for High-Ticket Hero, they don't need to go build funnels and automations and emails and this and that. I built everything for them, so all they need to do is sign in on a 14-day trial and then build everything out and see that it works for them. So when I was building out High-Ticket Hero, my unique angle was able to solve a lot of the problems that they were having, right? Now, we're gonna move over to number 4 now. If you're liking this content, make sure you subscribe below, hit that like button if you like this kind of stuff, and leave your feedback. I'm here to make videos better for you guys, so let me know. Number 4, so key, product market fit. You have to have a product market fit. And I'm going to throw a little visual up here so you can see what I'm saying here. So when we look at product market fit, we have to make sure that our offer that we're having is in the mix of these 3 circles. And here's what these 3 circles are. Number 1, demand. What are your customers looking for? Product. What do you do best? And 3, competition. How are you different? You have to be able to find the perfect balance between these 3. What is it that you're good at? For example, underwater, like if you're really good at knitting, underwater knitting, that's something that you might be really good at, but the question is there demand for it? And the answer is probably no. I don't know if there is. I just literally made that up. I think I heard it somewhere, but I don't think that's really a thing where people have high demand for it. Right? And because there's no high demand, there's probably not a lot of competition, right? Or let's just say you want to teach people how to sell on Amazon. There's a whole lot of demand, but guess what? There's a whole lot of competition as well, unless you are doing something specific like selling a certain type of product. You want to find the balance between demand, product, and competition. And that is the perfect fit so you can have a product market fit. And the only way for you to do that is to actually get in the field, talk to people, and you're going to start to reiterate your offer going back and forth. And you're going to reiterate as you start to get it down on a piece of paper, watching a video like this, taking it to the market of people that you think would be good fits for your program and hearing their feedback. What are the things that they're saying? Are they saying things like, wow, I would love this, or wow, I don't know if I can do this because of a certain result, right? For example, limiting beliefs. For example, when I was thinking of, when I was creating High-Ticket Hero, the offer, a lot of things people were saying was, how do I create a high-ticket offer? How do I structure it? And number 2, sales. They were having issues with sales. They didn't know how to actually sell a high-ticket program. So when I talked about my product marketing, I specifically hit those pain points that we're going to teach you how to sell your product without any pushy tactics that people are ready to buy on the first call. So what I was able to do is get my product in front of a limiting belief that they had, right? And now the fifth and final one that we have here is pricing. This is so key when it comes to high ticket offers. And that's probably why you want to even create it, is you want to get those pricing benefits. In the next video, make sure you subscribe below. We're going to be talking about the difference between having a low ticket offer and a high ticket offer. But I digress. Let's talk about your pricing. I suggest that you price anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000. Now, this is if you have a specific result that you're offering in the business opportunity, aka you're teaching people how to make money, it's even easier. You can be in that high $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 for your program. But if you're in an opportunity, and by the way, you can do that. You can structure it in many different ways. For example, let's go back to the opportunity with my dad and DJing. He's a DJ. Why would somebody spend $5,000 to learn how to DJ? Well, if you're only selling a course content, then yeah, you can't really sell $5,000 for DJing. But what we did and what I recommend for you guys is structure it potentially into a business opportunity. All right. Not only are you going to learn DJing, I'm going to teach you how to land clients and build a 6-figure per year DJing business. Let's talk about fitness now. All right, it's okay. Let's go ahead and I'm going to teach you how to get fitness. This, for example, perfectly for me. It's like I'm going to teach you how to build a fitness routine where you only have to work out 3 times per week. You're going to get a great movie star body. And what's going to do is you're going to have more time for your business, and you're going to have more mental focus, more health and stamina so that you can scale your business to the next level. So this is a fitness offer, but because I tied it into a specific monetary result, I can sell that instead of say $150 per personal training session. I can sell that for say $7,000. Now that's actually the Kino Body offer that I was actually been using for the last 8 months myself, and it's been amazing because it ties into my business that allows me to stay healthy, have time, but also get myself in the gym consistently. So because they were able to tie in fitness with monetary results, they can charge $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, and I believe they charge $7,000 for that program. All right. And finally, when it comes down to pricing, I highly recommend that you charge an annual subscription, not a one-time fee. So this goes back into that number 2 when we talked about mastermind. You see, when we have a mastermind, it's a group of people moving in the same direction. But by charging an annual fee, what happens is people are going to stick longer into your program. Why is that? Is because when people pay, they pay attention. Think about this. You might have Netflix or Disney Plus or one of these services right now, and you may not use it all the time, but because you're paying for it, you're going to go in there and you're going to utilize it, right? And it's the same concept. When you have a mastermind, a group of people, you don't want people coming in and coming out and being flaky. You want to have a tight-knit community. And that also challenges you as a course creator, as a program creator, to make sure you're offering value year after year. That way your people are actually renewing. So that keeps you on your toes, that boosts profit for the business, and it gets people better results because they're more likely to stick because they're showing up every single day, following the content that you're providing for them, being a leader in your space. Guys, if a video like this helped you out, let me know in the comments below what else you would like me to do. If you want me to share some screens, go into this a lot deeper. I'm just learning how to teach this to you guys so you can get results, and I'm trying to do my best to get it out to you for free. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.